Hello, sir. Could you
Hey,
introduce yourself?
hey, my name is Eustace Moore, owner and founder of Moore's Ideal Products, and I'm here at this crazy show selling and showing MIP products, who we are, what we do. We're a U.S.-based company that started in 1978, and we've been designing, manufacturing, and producing RC parts since then.
Wow. I started in, I think, like 2018, so you guys have been around quite a while.
Quite a while. Yeah.
So, what made you want to start an RC company?
When I was a kid, I think I got my first RC car when I was 11, so that would have been in '71. And I broke it, and I had to fix it. So I found a really creative way to repair it, and then some of my friends got them, helped them with theirs, and then from that I just kept designing, creating, and just doing things for my car, then doing things for my buddies, and it just kind of grew from there until, we're doing things for people, other states, other countries, just, the whole galaxy basically. And what I've done has just been accepted by everyone, and I really appreciate it.
Heck yeah! Like you're synonymous in the RC community. I can't tell you how many times I've heard your company specifically
Yeah.
mentioned out on the trail, out at events, and everything. And it's
We've been around for so long that we've been in and out. There are times when we're like at every event and racing and out there just doing it, and other times we just check out. We're out for a little while. But this last few years, we've rebuilt the factory. We've committed ourselves to another hardcore 10 years of manufacturing and producing, which we do right here in America and have since the beginning with U.S. grade materials and everything. And not that I'm going to stop after 10 years. I'm just saying that we made that commitment equipment-wise and technology-wise. So, we're just doing our thing and enjoying every moment of it.
So, in closing, what would you say you see for the future of the hobby?
I think the growth is going to be steady, probably not as much as some of the larger companies would like to see, because a lot of kids didn't grow up with it. But there has been a consistency where dads and grandpas or sisters and grandmas, just everybody, it's still part of the family. So that's what is allowing us to have a fairly steady base, and I think we're going to continue to grow. I know we've seen a consistent, steady, just consistency over the years. Yeah, and good or bad, it's always been something that we're able to deal with as a company, and just we've been functioning all this time.
Well, sweet. Well, I greatly appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
You introduce yourself.
Mark Santamaria, guys. MSMvlog.com, Mark Santamaria YouTube channel. RC Box Club also. So, what's going on?
So, first of all, how long have you been in the hobby?
I've been in the hobby for about 20 years and been racing for about 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Racing was kind of what took over, like really kind of stimulated my interest in the hobby. But as I get more into it, I really, really enjoy all the stuff, bashing, crawling, all that stuff. It's great.
How many cars do you own?
Oh my goodness. So I try to update this as often as I can. I get new cars pretty often, needless to say. I probably get maybe 5 to 10 a week. So I'm probably near 400, maybe 350-ish.
Good God.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I feel bad having 20.
No, I got it, dude. I moved into my warehouse. We're opening a spot in McKinney. I moved into my warehouse, and within moving in, basically my smaller warehouse, it filled up the entire warehouse. We thought we were gonna be able to do a lot more with it. It's
Good
all RC
Lord.
cars.
So out of everything that you've done in RC so far, what would you say you gravitate to the most?
Really, I like connecting with people the most. Like, I do enjoy the racing part. However, I think it's all about promoting events, seeing people enjoy, like, seeing people hang out with their family, hang out with their father, kids, things like that. That's what means the most to me. So that's what I tend to gravitate towards. I do a lot of like pretty much entry level race events. I love to see people get together and really bond on something they can have a common interest in, you know?
So controversial question.
Okay.
Jeep or Toyota?
Toyota, for sure. 100%. Yeah, for sure.
No question.
No question. I've had Toyotas my whole life. Toyotas and Hondas I've had my whole life. I know that the Asian stereotype is there, but man, they're dependable. I know that they work every time I need them to work.
What would you say that you see for the future of this hobby?
People are probably going to get frustrated when I say this. I think you're going to start to see nitro kind of fade away a little bit. I think the advancements in just all the electric advancements, brushless LiPo, I think it's just so good. I think that we're going to see more companies like basically focus on the bashing side. I think it's already like that, but a lot of companies don't know it yet. But yeah, I think that it's going to be all about just in general having a good time with their loved ones, having fun.
And last question, what would you say to someone just getting into the hobby?
Just have fun. Like, don't get too serious about it. Just make sure it's just you're doing it just for fun. I see a lot of guys get into it and they're a little too serious. This is too perfect. They want this to be perfect. I don't want this to get ruined. I want to win, those kind of things. Like, remember why you got into it. You got into have fun, share the enjoyment to everybody. Like, if your friend wants to drive your car, let him drive your car, you know? So spread the joy.
And don't fall down the rabbit hole of Facebook.
Do not. Facebook's brutal. I get, and especially me, I get a whole bunch of hater stuff on YouTube. So, but I think it's funny. It doesn't bother me.
Well, all right, I greatly appreciate it, Mark.
Hey, no problem, man.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hello, sir. Could you introduce yourself?
My name is Cooper Wheeler. Been doing sand drag racing, RC sand drag racing in Huntington Beach for the last 4.5 years. You can find out any info you want either on SCRCSD or RC Sand Sharks. We all host it together. It's a once-a-month race, and we will be innovating point systems and any other ideas and things that come along.
Okay. About how long has this particular sport been going on? Because this honestly is the first time I've seen anything like this.
Sure, yeah, we get a lot of people saying that. Close to 5 years
Okay.
in Huntington Beach
Okay.
at the State Beach, Tower 13.
What all would it take for someone to get into something like this?
A wheelie bar and paddle tires on any RC car that you got.
Really?
Yeah, and if you run into problems, the great thing about the RC community, if you know, is that we all help each other, and we're going to give you the best info we can and help you along if we got parts. If you break, we're gonna help you out. You have a good day.
What would you say would be the baddest car that you have?
I think you can see it in the background. Be that dragster over there, primal dragster, pretty much king of the sand.
Holy crap! I might have to get some up close shots of that. But
yeah,
what would you say like the running time or whatever, the speeds and stuff?
Our stretch class and even our four-wheel drive class, they all run. All the top end cars run 132 feet in about 2.5 seconds, give or take.
Good God!
Yeah, we're doing about 60 miles an hour, give or take, through the finish.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, it's a blast. It's a good time. We stay safe as possible. We have some rules implemented. You can find them online at rcsandsharks.com. RC sand drag racing is a worldwide sport.
Yeah.
On my website, I try to post races that are going on in other parts of the world and the nation. So, and there'll be videos and pictures and stuff on that site too, both sites.
Okay. And the last thing I want to ask is just out of pure curiosity, I see that you have quite a few 3D printed tires.
AKRC, yep.
How's the durability been on that?
Fantastic.
Really?
Alan with AKRC, which is the next 10 over, and he's also a sand shark. He has been working with us for about a year, maybe longer, in a lot of trial and error, and developed an awesome product. I'm talking like he's shipping out to Dubai, and those guys all run 16S and 100-mile-an-hour, cars. They really push the limits, and I don't think they have any complaints. I don't have any complaints. Any kind of problems we saw along the way while the prototype and testing, he was quick to manage and innovate and fix.
That's cool.
And they're very reasonable in price, believe it or not. And there's a track, the Matus Ranch track. Matus Ranch is a track in Yuma, and for instance, one of their rules is no hard 3D printed tires. If you look closely and feel closely on his tires, you'll see the malleability, the how soft they can be, and you can order them in any way, any color, any shape or form. And it has his interlocking system is what's key on that, because when you're sand dragging, rubber tires tend to balloon, and sometimes they'll balloon unevenly and just send your car to the left or to the right. I mean, they're very unpredictable. With these tires here, the AKRC tires, they're fantastic. They don't balloon, and you win races.
Heck yeah. Well, I just asked because I do a little bit of rock crawling, and getting into that, it still isn't a trusted part. 3D printing something for, say, like an axle, and then you tumble down a 20-foot hill and break stuff. But it seems a lot more reasonable with the tire. That's only why I was asking. It's really, really cool that it's developed enough where stuff like that is coming out.
He uses a special formula. I mean, he uses a really high-end material, which helps him with all of his design, basically the soft and the hard part of it.
Yeah. Well, I greatly appreciate this, sir. Thank you.
You bet. I'm glad I can help you.
Now I got to see if I can find a Bandit and some pedal tires.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. Anybody can. And it's free to come on out and have a good time. And I would tell everybody, the worst time you can have is a good time at the beach.
Yep. All right, I appreciate this. Thank you.
You bet. All right.
Whew. Okay.
I know.
It's been a heck of a day.
Oh yeah. I think what time is it? Almost 1:30, 2 o'clock?
It's like 2:45. It is
Yeah.
almost 3.
I think,
Okay. To actually be professional about this.
All right.
This is Anthony. I'd let you introduce yourself, but I just want to gush for a second. I see this guy at every event I've been to, pumping out the sales of his LED kits that you make yourself.
Yes, sir. I make the whips, the LED kits, the underglow. The only thing that I don't make, the underglow mounts I make. The only thing that I don't make is the underglow, but I get that at such a wholesale, and that's why I'm able to resell them as cheaper than everyone else because of the amounts that I get.
Yeah.
So when I'm getting those lights, I'm getting a couple hundred to 1,000 at a time. Yeah, and I just, I make sure that I sell it for cheaper because I want everyone to be able to afford them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
I want
amazing deal on your stuff too.
exactly. And that's the whole reason I got into this. Is me as a consumer wanted to be able to buy lights for any vehicle that I was getting, and I found that they were expensive everywhere, like crazy expensive.
Yeah.
In my eyes, crazy expensive.
I mean, not to necessarily throw shade, but like My Trick RC.
Not only them, they are a company that does, I believe, sell overpriced lights. Like the kit for the Sen, right? That's $140 for a light kit for that, and I made it for half.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily mean to throw shade. I've met that guy at events too.
He's a cool guy,
and he makes good products
Yes.
too. It's just sometimes you have to sit back and wonder, why are things priced like this?
Exactly. And everyone thinks that like, oh, because I make lights and sell lights that I must not like someone else. Right? I don't care who you are. I have nothing against any of these people. There's people who have come to my booth today, right? They're looking for specific items. I recommend them to other people.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be like, oh, don't go to these people. No. If you want something that I don't have, I will recommend you to any of the other people who have it.
Yeah.
It's that simple. It's RC stuff. Like, these are for toys.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best way to go about stuff. I mean, just small little quick anecdote. Had a guy that was running at the local San Diego run last night, still running a 10-1. And he wanted to put a front motor mount in it. I was like, buddy, good luck.
Good luck with that, right?
But he showed me the little Amazon front motor mount that they copied from TGH. I was like, Well, with some dremeling, you can make that work. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, you can make suggestions, but 100% of the time, it's not going to be direct bolt on.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's all about how creative can you be, you know? And some people they're just not creative. Some people they are, you know. I have an ironing board trailer.
Yeah,
like
that's amazing.
like, and it works. I have too heavy of trucks on it, but it works.
Yeah,
I
I definitely might steal that.
recommend it because it's
Yes.
so cheap. Like, dude, instead of spending $200 on a trailer, go spend $20 at Goodwill or Savers or something like that. Clean it up, and you have a whole trailer.
Yeah,
That simple. It's all about ingenuity.
oh yeah. That's the thing I like the most to try to do on this channel is promote getting out there and experimenting
Yep.
within the hobby, whether it's building stuff yourself, making lights, just doing what you can do.
Exactly, dude. With doing this, I've spent so much money on trying to figure stuff out.
Oh yeah,
I have boxes of materials,
all of us have.
product, a whole bunch of stuff just sitting there that I can't use, or like in my eyes, I won't or can't use, right? And it's because it's been testing and testing and testing and testing, going through the whole process before I bring it out to try and sell.
Yeah,
And it's just a matter of failing and repeating. As long as you can repeat it and try again, you're good.
yeah.
Like with these whips, it took me,
Just to borrow this.
yeah, with these whips right here, right? I want to say it took me about 6 months to figure out how to get it where they are now. And even now in my head, in my eyes, they're not perfect, right? I feel like nothing's ever really perfect. There's always something that can be changed, but as of right now, I would say they're pretty good. And I tried like 9 different materials to get the light how it is. Like for
Yeah.
these lights to be this bright, it was hard to figure that part out and to not copy anyone else on the materials, and then to come up with and design my own mounts so that way those don't copy anyone else. It took a lot to actually make those and make sure that they weren't the same materials or the same mounting or the same brightness or the same quality as everyone else. Like, I don't know if you've seen my whips, but you can fully take my whips and bend them in half, do 90-degree bends. They will take
Tie 'em in a knot.
yeah, literally tie them in a knot. They will take a beating, and it's been a lot of testing and research to figure it out.
Yeah, and it's just amazing seeing how much you grow just with each time that I see you, because I've seen you at Crawlers and Coffee in Cougar Buttes. I saw you at the Rock Yard in Marietta.
First time I met you. Do you remember when I met you?
It was one of the Crawlers and Coffees, but I can't remember which one.
I met you at a High Desert Crawlers in October, nighttime, right? Nighttime.
Yes,
I was
the little
walking
Halloween
around
poker
with a
run.
backpack. Yeah.
Yes,
I was walking around with a backpack full
and
of
you
lights.
gifted me.
Yes.
Yes, and I know exactly what truck that light bar is on. Next
Yep.
time I run that truck, I'm gonna point that out.
Yep. That's where I met you.
Yes.
That's actually where I met a good amount of people. I used to just go as a spectator. I say spectator because, like, instead of trying to sell stuff, But that was the first time, and I want to say thank you to the High Desert Crawlers, because if I believe Andrew or Kyle, if one of them didn't hit me up and be like, "Hey, come out to our event, sell your lights," it would be great. None of this would have ever started.
Yeah.
A mixture of that and my wife being hands-on, like, let's do this. This wouldn't be possible.
And just to reiterate, like I said, is within that High Desert Crawler run, I think you just had the Underglow lights.
Yeah, I had just the underglow and a backpack.
Yes, and then I saw you at the Rock Yard Christmas event.
Yep.
And you had pod lights.
Yep.
Now I see you here. You have whips. I mean, what's next, dude?
There's, whips and light kits, actually. So
you have.
I don't have
kits now.
packaging for those, right? I don't have packaging yet. But this is headlight, tail light, reverse light, forward light, blinkers, and it plugs.
That's a mess of wires.
Oh, it's a huge mess. But for scale, the headlights come on when you go forward, and it has running lights. The reverse lights come on, when you reverse, and it has brake lights. It has blinkers. It's an entire light kit for scale vehicles.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And that today is like the test of seeing how good those do, and to see if I want to continue making those. You know,
Yeah.
I'll always keep a couple for people who do want them, but I won't bring stuff out to scale like I did today unless they start to be good.
Yes.
But until then, I'll still always bring a couple out. You know,
Because I'm going to, of course, plug as much of your stuff as I can at the end of all
Yes.
this. But just to let people know, like I said, it's almost 3 o'clock. This closes at 5. And you've got like 6 products on the table. You've nearly sold out.
yeah, I have 6 bags of pink left. I started with 85 or 90
Good God.
bags of lights. My whips, I started off with, I want to say 80. And after today, when I go home, me and my little brother are going to stay up until like 2 o'clock making more material for tomorrow, and see how that goes. I know they'll sell, but we just have to see how much we can make in that time.
Yeah.
And as of right now, we average, like, me and him doing it, we average 12 to 15 an hour. And that's, when I first started making them, I could fully produce 5 in an hour on my own.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
But now you got a system.
exactly.
Yeah.
So now, you know, I do my part. I get it up and ready. I have him finish the second half of it and package it while I continue making more. So we do this little process line of getting it done, and we've been able to almost double my production. But still, at that time, it's still an hour to produce 12. We sold 80 of them in 5 hours. So I already know there's no way I'm going to make enough material for tomorrow or enough product for tomorrow, but I'm going to bring what I can.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up there. It's always great talking to you, Anthony.
Always.
And just because it's been such a day and I'm such a spaz, could you plug your actual brand and where to find it and everything?
Flying Tires FTRC on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. You want to grab that paper?
I'll also take a picture of this and
So
post it up real big.
Flying Tires RC, we do the whips, the underglow, we have pods, light kits, mounts for all the underglow. I occasionally have antennas, and certain 3D parts that are custom, I do offer. It's just a matter of if you want that and when we can get it.
You gonna start offering these too?
No. So this actually, if someone spent a certain amount, I was offering them a discount if it landed on one side or the other. So if they spent, you know, 55, an average was, for certain sets, it was $65. And some people were like iffy about it, and I was like, look, you spend the 65, you flip the coin. If you land on black, I'll take $5 off. If you land on regular, you're paying full price. And I did that for anything over $65. So $110 order came out to $100 because they landed on black.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's why I have this. And then when we go out to do events at crawling places, I will be placing this coin places, right? I'll have a booth, but I'm going to put this somewhere along the trail. And if you find it and bring it back to me, I'll give you a free set of lights or a free whip. That's the plan
Hell
with
yeah.
this.
Well, I
Yeah.
agree.
Sorry. This is another item, right? I think it died,
Oh,
but this has working LEDs. It's Bluetooth, and this is something I have sold a couple of these today, and they're all pre-orders.
I always thought this was like a little promotional thing you had on your table. I never knew this was like a product.
It started as a promotional. I had so many people ask about it that I was like, you know what, I can produce this. So, like I told everyone, give me, 5 days. I'll have a whole one made and shipped out. I have a guy from Sacramento, actually. He was like, oh, I live in Sacramento. I want one of those, but I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Because I was like, oh, I have one at home. I'll bring it tomorrow. Paid me up front, paid shipping, and so when I get home, we're going to have one made and have it shipped out by Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yes, it has been good.
Yes.
It's always good talking.
Well, all right. I'm going to get back to the floor. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
You guys have a good day.